What's up?
What's going on, real ones? It's your boy, Quan the Destructor. We are live once again. Welcome to the Dragon's Den podcast. We are live right now. It's your boy, like I said, Quan the Destructor, and I'm joined with some guests of mine here today. Who the fuck are you guys?
I think I'm.
Why do we hang out every week?
Chef Boy Hardy.
Yeah.
And who else is here?
I am Young KUSHY, also known as Cody Bowler, and I'm here for the podcast today.
Yes. Young KUSHY and Chef Boy Hardy. Welcome.
Yeah, I will tell you one
Crazy
thing.
MH set.
Crazy shit to talk
I
about.
love calling this place the MH set, even though it's just your house.
I will say I don't remember what I called myself on the other podcasts. So.
Well, why don't you remember? What are you talking about?
Well, you have to have a nickname every
Because
time.
I-
a new nickname every
A
time.
new one every time. Okay. Well, I need to keep changing my Instagram handle.
Hell yeah.
Every week. Every
Yeah,
week
right.
I'll have a new Instagram
How many times
handle.
have you changed your Instagram handle?
Probably
do you
3 or
think?
4 times because sometimes I think I changed it right before this podcast because I was like maybe I'll make it better, like a new start for this podcast.
A new.
And
beginning.
then
Yeah,
I'll
new
tell you what,
beginnings.
like just last week after a couple episodes or whatever, I was like, you know what, maybe that's not the best. Maybe I should change it again.
No, I like the you can call me MH. I like that.
Yeah, because you can call me MH.
it sounds like a sitcom about a white boy who
and that-
grows up in suburbia.
And you hit the nail on the head
yeah.
because that's coming out on Netflix. In
Coming
2
soon.
months.
You guys remember Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf?
yeah,
Did you guys like that movie? I
thought it was okay.
I thought it
I thought it was a
good.
great movie.
Hey, how about the movie Peanut Butter Falcon?
Oh yeah, great.
What is
Great
that?
shit.
I haven't watched
You know
it,
what?
but
I-
it's a
I have watched it.
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, it's
Buff,
Shia
whatever
LaBeouf.
you-
Shia LaBeouf.
He hangs out.
Love
He
my
hangs
ass,
out with
baby.
like
Let's
a
keep
mentally
calling him
challenged
Boof, the Boof.
kind of kid, and it's just about them having like an adventure.
Wow.
Well, I
that
love-
sounds really boring.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I love peanut butter sandwiches, and I definitely will love peanut butter falcon.
Oh, fun fact about Shia LaBeouf. Shout out Dead Boy Cam. We actually almost
that guy.
got an interview with Shia LaBeouf one time.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
we
me,
talked to his-
motherfucker. Not
that was
Dead Boy
Cameron.
Cam.
That was Cameron.
I swear to
Dude,
God.
what
it
the
was me.
fuck?
Cameron talked to his
we're
manager.
Dude, I
two
told
minutes in
you.
the podcast and we're already starting this shit.
I told you I knew some
Dude.
people that knew Shia LaBeouf, and we
Okay,
called
well,
him
you
up.
brought the idea up,
I sure do wish
and then
Cameron
we
was
found
here.
the number. Yeah, I miss Cam.
Yeah, Cam called him, right? Or Cam tried to call the
Well,
agent.
he called him from my phone, and he was like, he left a very professional
You got a
message.
callback.
Yeah.
I got a call
And we
back.
got a call back.
but I missed
from
it.
Shia LaBeouf's agent.
Yeah, his agent called me
That
back.
is
and I
incredible
missed it,
to say the
dude.
least.
Yeah,
we
it
didn't
was
follow
amazing.
through like
It
some
was cool.
fucking P words.
Yeah.
P words.
Pussies?
What is
Is
P
that-
word? Hey,
yeah.
I was gonna
whoa.
say pansies.
Yeah, don't say the E word. Don't say the E word on my podcast.
Who knew you said pansies, Cody? Who knew?
Pansies?
White privilege much?
Whoa, dude, that sounds like the most
It's
white
all being
privilege shit
recorded,
I've ever
documented.
heard,
I'm sorry.
dude.
I'm sorry.
Pansies.
What
huh?
is what is white privilege again?
Can you even say that?
No, let's not get into that. Let's not get into that. But yeah, guys, welcome back to the podcast. We're doing another fucking episode. Welcome to episode 7. We have no guests today. We have the original boys here today.
This is what you really want to hear, anyways. This is what you want.
This
You want
is
to hear
what
the original crew.
you guys get some guests every once in a while, but there's nothing wrong with us going back to the original fucking style of how we do this shit. So,
Yes,
Rather than
Britney,
focusing
bitch.
on like one person's like ordeal into like art and like what they're out there doing in the world,
Yeah.
you're gonna hear us ramble about just some crazy internet bullshit.
yeah. Speaking of rambling, I want to give a shout out to the Fox's Lair. Me and Matt Hardy
Oh.
actually went there last night and checked out the Augusta comedy scene a little bit, and those guys are all fucking hilarious. They're really funny.
Dude.
The whole scene was really cool because like the Facebook event kind of made it seem like no one was gonna go, but when we got there, the whole place was fucking packed.
It was
in
a
there,
full
dude.
house.
I was like, damn, I was surprised.
Dude, I was so surprised. Like,
I was very impressed.
and even more so, we're gonna have a couple of the guys on the podcast probably in January, so you can look out for that.
And
It's gonna
let's just say
Yeah.
it right out of the we have to establish the comedy scene in Augusta if we want to help it grow, basically.
Hell
So-
yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, and what I saw the other night was it was not fucking beginners. It was like these guys are
They're good. They're
really
pretty
good,
good,
yeah.
already good at what they do, and
Shout out Rum Dean doing a lot.
Shout out Marcus Gant too.
Yes.
Man,
I
that
will
guy's
tell you.
hilarious. dude.
And Billy, fuck.
Shout out to Billy too. Shout out to
shout
Billy.
out to Billy.
Try to pull out your phone to look up his last
Fuck
name
you,
real
dude.
quick.
Sorry, Billy, but we'll have you on. We'll have you on.
Yeah,
soon,
But
brother.
either way, shout out to him, man.
Anyway,
Fuck yeah, dude.
that guy was hilarious.
Fuck
He
yeah,
might
man.
have been my favorite act.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And I will say that with confidence.
Hell yeah. It was lit. It was a good time.
Billy, whatever your name. I'll figure it out and I'll look it up. Sorry, Billy.
We gotta get through this intro, though.
Shout out to the comedy scene because there's something in Augusta we don't really hear a lot about. Like we went to a Halloween party back in October, of course, Halloween, and that's when there's a comedian who performed there at this Halloween party and kind of led me down this rabbit hole of Augusta comedians that I never really knew about. I mean, I know we had Joe's Underground and they always had those comedy shows, but I never went to. I went to one, but nobody was paying attention in Joe's.
But so much of like good podcasting is based off of like comedians and stuff like that. I was saying.
Yeah,
you know,
for
Mark
sure.
Maron and shit like that.
Whoever the fuck that is, yeah.
Joe Rogan, you know?
Shout out.
He had Obama
Who the
on
fuck
his
is
podcast.
Joe Rogan?
Never heard of
What?
him.
Who?
Zach Galifianakis had Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Well, fuck.
Whoa.
That was a funny.
sorry,
It was a funny bit. It was a funny bit. But yeah, guys. Did we already say welcome to the podcast? Yes, we fucking did. So we're gonna talk about what do you guys have on the agenda today? What do you guys want to fucking talk about today?
We can
topics for us.
We can talk about whatever the fuck you guys want to talk
Yeah,
about.
no, Matt Hardy, no, don't do that shit.
Yeah,
You want to talk about
I think we
K-pop
decided
or
that we're
something?
gonna let you lead on the K-pop.
Yeah, you're leading us on this K-pop. So guys, in case you don't know what K-pop is, it's for gay people.
And then later
So
we have
tell us about K-pop, Matt.
All right,
Hardy.
well.
and
you
later
know
we
what?
have QAnon coming up, so be check in for that for the QAnon stuff.
You guys know what K-pop is? It's Korean pop music, of course, and it's so big and popular here in the U.S. that they've got
for some weird reason.
they've got a fan group
It's the strangest fandoms I've ever seen.
so large that they will cancel you in a heartbeat on Twitter. If you're on Twitter.
What do you mean? What's the cancel culture going with K-pop?
Oh well, let's
currently?
say anybody with a little bit of clout says something about K-pop, and the stands are all over you, and they cancel you. I know you can't see the quotation
So we're
marks.
doing cancel culture.
over K-pop though.
Over K-pop.
That's crazy.
No, the stands are out of control.
Okay, you guys. For example,
Stands are out of control.
I don't really keep up with K-pop like that.
The frogs are gay.
The frogs are
I fucking I know a little bit more about J-pop, but like K-pop kind of came out of like nowhere.
It's
I know some
huge.
K-pop songs.
I mean, it's.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know-
more J-pop.
I know more
I know
J-pop.
I know more
J-pop.
Yeah, I
dude.
mean, I like it better,
And-
but
Isn't there like this big time K-pop band boy group kind of
Yes.
like
Yeah, I thought they were
NSYNC kind of boy?
Not called
Backstreet
NSYNC, but
Boys.
yeah.
I think it's
But
Big
I know
Time
exactly
Rush.
what. Yeah.
same concept, right?
Just kidding, it's BTS or something like
But
that.
like,
Yeah,
what's the big
BTS,
deal?
BTS.
What's the fucking big deal? I do not
Do you
understand.
listen to K-pop?
Do you?
No,
Yeah, do
I
you?
don't. I sure haven't. I brought this up because I want to talk about the fucking stands, like I said.
Right.
Right. Okay. Well then, let's
Yeah, I
get to
haven't.
it.
Well, we know nothing. We haven't listened to it, but I'll tell you one thing. I love Bulgogi. I love Bebop. I love
Never heard
Korean
of 'em.
people.
Never heard of him.
I've
And
never
those
listened
are
to
foods.
K-pop, but let me just fucking
Those are
riff off
foods.
every single
Those are-
obscure ass fucking K-pop artist.
Every
out there.
Korean food I just said. Sorry, guys.
I thought you were listing bands or something.
No, I
or-
said I love Koreans. I love their food,
And then you listed the food.
and I love K-pop.
Man, but I don't get what's the thing with okay. There's something actually I want to bring up with K-pop, but I'm gonna like
I'll tell you
understand
what it is
like
right now.
what's going on with K-pop. Like, why is it so fucking?
It's huge among like
It-
really younger
understand.
millennials.
It
and
is-
Yeah,
Z guys. Z
yeah.
people.
It's hot. It's new. It's what's happening, and I love it. K-pop. I'm a fan myself. I love them.
Maybe we can.
And this is coming out of South
Yeah,
Korea,
so
right?
we're-
It can't come from North Korea,
Oh.
right? Can it? Is there
Yeah.
K-pop from North Korea?
No.
Do they allow that in
No,
their
they're-
wonderful communist country? Do they allow
No,
that?
let's not talk about
Okay.
them.
I know you're gonna hate this,
Let's-
Quan, but
let's
maybe
talk
at
about
some
it.
point we should edit in just a little bit of the K-pop music so people can.
Oh yeah, okay. We can get some K-pop playing.
Here, I'll sing it for you
Right now.
right now, okay. You gonna give us an example of
No,
K-pop?
I sure won't. I sure
Okay,
won't.
we'll
That was
lightly
a joke.
play
That's a
some
bad
fucking
joke.
We'll play some
K-pop
K-pop,
right
yeah.
there. for
Anyway,
sure.
what you're saying is, why are the stands so crazy and fanatical about
Yeah.
this K-pop?
Yeah. What's going on?
Why
I
are
just
they
really
are
don't get
more
it.
obsessed about this shit than any other like
Anything, and you, hey, dare cross them because they will jump on you.
But
Right.
like,
And
what
they
about
will
what
post
about?
videos of dancing?
It's almost like there's like a fucking K-pop hierarchy where you have to know like the most knowledge about
They
it.
attack
to
you with
talk
like
about it.
brightness and cutesy shit and kawaii shit. Wait, that's Japan, but
Well,
you know what I mean. Like
you
it's
know-
like this. the culture of it.
I love
man.
Korean
It's
cinema.
very
You know,
strong.
Parasite. If you guys have seen
Dude,
Parasite,
have you
Bong
seen the
Joon-ho,
one?
it's
The
great.
one with the zombies? It's a Korean film with the zombies.
Oh yeah, the one on the train.
Oh, Train to Busan. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Oh
It's on
my
Netflix.
god.
Okay, Train to
It's on
Busan.
Netflix. Shout out to
Train
that.
to
Go
Busan.
watch
Wonderful
it.
movie.
But
Great
also
movie.
Snowpiercer. If you've ever
I
seen
watched that too.
Snowpiercer,
It's like
that
a-
movie fucking
grossed
rules.
me out at the end.
It's fucking Chris Evans.
I didn't like it at the end.
Americanized
The end
version
is a little strange.
It was yucky.
of like a train, survival train
Survival
in a world
train.
kind
A
of
zombie
movie.
train
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, essentially apocalyptic
I It was
a-
situation.
A weird thing about Snowpiercer is that it was produced by none other than fucking Harvey motherfucking Weinstein.
That's an American.
Wow.
And, like,
Really?
Yeah,
Snowpiercer.
yeah.
Wow.
Miramax, I think, and then like Harvey Weinstein was talking to the director of Snowpiercer, and he was like, "Oh, you have to edit all this shit out." And like,
Wow.
The
Bong
rape
Joon-ho,
part.
the director, was like,
Yeah, definitely the rape.
He like
parts.
he basically like
no rape scenes allowed.
he lied to Harvey Weinstein to get his movie like fully funded and shit like that. Like
Yeah,
he like
that's
lied to him.
crazy.
Yeah,
See,
I'll
I didn't
tell
know
you
that backstory behind that.
I'll tell you what, that movie was good, but the end part made me feel a little bit yucky.
Yeah, wasn't it like a bunch of pedophiles or something?
dude,
Well,
they were eating
well, let's not
cockroaches.
spoil it. You know, spoiler alert.
They were
We can't
eating.
spoil
Listen, hey,
alert.
it's been out long enough to where
Yeah, go
you
ahead.
should already watch it. So
Spoil it.
fuck
It's
off.
pretty underground though, so you know people
Whatever.
might
It's
not
on
catch
It's on
it.
Netflix.
There's also
Currently.
Parasite is his new movie, so you should
We won't
watch
spoil
Parasite
that
as
when
well.
I haven't even seen that. So if you spoil it,
good.
I'll.
Every time someone says Parasite, I think of the
Punch it.
anime.
Yeah.
The anime was like
Yeah.
probably
That's
way
what I
better
think.
than the movie.
Yeah,
probably.
everybody's always
Most
telling me to watch
likely.
that fucking anime.
It's a really good one, man.
You're
It's a,
missing content if you haven't watched it.
it's a really
already.
good transitional story of a young man's journey.
It's a trans story.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's a trans alien story.
Yeah,
where
yeah. Actually,
one man
yeah.
gets attached to a fucking alien.
Yeah.
hand.
So yes, it is a trans story, motherfucker.
A parasite, if you
A
will.
symbiote.
You damn right.
I think
yeah.
it's
okay.
called
Actually,
Parasite.
that's actually a better way to put it.
Well, I think
symbiote.
it's a parasite.
Yeah, like
You know,
Venom.
parasite.
Like
I mean,
Venom.
Venom is a
You know Venom?
Venom is a.
He's
parasite.
a symbiote, but
He's a parasite though.
he's
Yeah.
also a parasite,
right? Isn't he? Right.
Whatever, dude. You guys do science. I don't
Wait, hold on. You guys never answered my question. What about North Korean K-pop though? Like, where's the North
North
Korean?
Korean.
Oh,
K-pop?
North Korean.
Yeah, they have music, don't they?
I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
but
it
it's
was-
all like
You guys don't
marching
want to talk about.
band.
You guys are scared to
North
talk
Korean
about
music's
North
like
Korean?
marching
I'm
band
not
shit.
afraid of Kim
You
Jong.
think
whatever
we're gonna
his name
get
is.
bombed by Kim?
Hold on.
Kim, what's it?
I love.
I don't know
Kim.
that fucker's name.
Hey,
Kim,
yeah.
Kim Jong Un,
Yeah, okay, yeah, that guy. Yeah,
Donald
that guy.
Trump's best
Donald
fucking
Trump's-
friend.
I was just literally about to say
the
that.
president's friend.
But where's the K-pop from North Korea? Does it exist?
It
Is it a
doesn't-
real
No.
thing?
They can't even.
It actually,
eat over
honestly,
there.
They can't eat
the only thing that exists musically in North Korea is K-pop.
Is I could probably give you an example of what the music sounds
Hey,
like over there. It's
I'll
probably
tell you one
like
thing.
"Hail our great leader, hail our great leader."
Yeah, I remember
Love
that.
that
Right,
song.
right.
We need
Is
to
that
go-
probably how it goes?
We need to go save those guys over there because they're having a hard time.
No,
Oh,
dude,
God.
we can't afford another war right now. Are you fucking crazy?
Well,
We're
it
gonna
wouldn't be
die.
much of a war. It'd be like a
Well, right
rescue
now-
mission.
It would just be just a nuke.
You used to have like Vice. You used to have like Vice
Just
News
kill them all
journalists
and
like
don't
go
save
in.
them. What the fuck, dude?
Hey, America, dude. Come on,
Whatever,
dude.
man. That's
We're-
not how you
we're
save-
fucking America.
America first.
America first.
Okay.
Make
All
America
right.
gay again.
Yeah, delete that.
Oh yeah, we're actually gonna delete this part. Sorry.
Also,
sorry.
we're not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not gonna.
Wait. So,
Um,
what's your favorite K-pop song? Before we get into
Oh, my
Cody's-
favorite K-pop song, dude.
Cody's
I love the
thing.
one that goes like, dude, pop, shake, top, what, do,
Wait. Is it kind of like upbeat, like?
pop.
boop, 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 boop.
What's the Hansons? What's the Hansons?
Oh, is I'm sorry, guys. I guess it was the Hansons. I have never listened to K-pop.
Dude, why I think white girls love K-pop? Is that true?
That's what I've seen
that
in
true?
my actual
I
life.
think white Zoomers.
White
White
Zoomers.
chick
My
Zoomers.
favorite word that Cody coined in front of me, and I
They-
love it.
It seems to be them in America, I guess.
Gotta
you know,
love those
you don't have
Zoomers.
any boomers listening to fucking K-pop.
But shout
They
out
don't
to
know
shout
how
out
to listen to it.
No, okay. Remember the video? Okay, so we watched the music video.
Yeah, they
earlier.
don't. They're like, what is this?
We watched the music video earlier, and I didn't look into this story, but
It's like a
I want to
Rubik's
go ahead and
Cube.
talk about this. Speaking of boomers, the Mari and the other guy, it's like these two old white guys who
Oh, I saw
apparently got kicked out of
Mari,
a Dunkin'
like
Donuts.
the fucking
Yeah,
Mari.
not Mari,
Mari.
not actually Mari, but
Right.
there was these two old white dudes, Frank and Mari.
Oh, yeah.
Frank
I
and
think
Mari.
they used to be
Who,
lawyers.
they literally look like fucking
Really?
Jeffrey Epstein.
No, I
they
made
literally
that
look
up.
like Jeffrey Epstein.
And we watched this music video, and World Star endorsed
that
it.
in
And
the- in the,
it's a
footnotes.
95-year-old guy and like a 70-something-year-old guy, and they did this rap music video. And
Put
the song was
link it in
actually
the bio.
good. The song was actually pretty good.
We'll link it in the bio on YouTube.
Yeah, the song was actually pretty good. I'm not leaving a link to that.
Dude, do it.
Fuck-
Just put it in there.
Just search it on.
Dude, go to fucking
Google.
Yeah, fucking search Frank and Maury, and
Look,
you'll
we don't
find.
have to
fucking
hold
bunch
your
of
hand
shit.
through all this.
Well, that's
You
a
can figure something
that's a
out.
perfect example
enough.
of boomers being into the rap scene. You know, I mean, hey man, that one guy kind of did look like Epstein, but
I can't
whatever.
even imagine boomers being into the rap scene. It's just like
Well,
if
I thought
boomers
we just
listen to
watched
Chief
it
Keef and
earlier.
they're just like, well, this is why I vote this way.
Oh, yeah, dude. All right.
boomer.
So what's up? Speaking of boomers, what's up with that QAnon?
So
shit?
yeah,
So,
let's talk about
What
QAnon,
is that?
folks.
What are you guys talking
So
about?
let's
You
get a
probably
quick
heard about
rundown.
QAnon. You might have heard about it.
Yeah.
But we're just
Well,
gonna
I
suss it
haven't.
out for everybody.
We gotta discuss this. A
I
little
absolutely
bit.
haven't heard about it, so
Matt already hasn't heard of QAnon.
I want them
really.
to completely explain it to me.
Yeah,
and then,
this is gonna be
and
fun.
then-
I think
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be fun right
This
here.
is gonna be tough because I don't want to accidentally red pill anybody by talking about this. So
Well, I
remember,
watched Matrix one time, and I know you
So,
always take the blue.
You take the
pill.
blue
well,
pill, right?
that's
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
That's part of where, even though the Matrix was created by two trans
The
people.
rape bricks.
Yeah, did you say rape, dude? Chill.
I thought you said rape.
You can't say rape on the podcast, bro.
All right, bleep
Oh, well,
that.
we got Mickey. Mickey, what? You got an opinion?
Yeah.
Mickey, get over here,
Yeah, we
guys.
got it,
Ladies
we
and
got it,
gentlemen.
we got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mickey, the
Ladies
great
and
Mickey
gentlemen,
is
ladies and
here.
gentlemen.
Hey, Mickey, what's up? What's up?
come on
What's
now.
on your mind,
Cody
there,
said the
Mickey?
Matrix was made by two trans people. Weren't they brothers? Formerly.
Yeah, the
They're sisters.
Wachowskis. The Wachowskis.
Okay.
Wow. Wait, really?
They also made
That's
Cloud
true.
Atlas. The people who made the Matrix were two brothers, and then they both became trans people.
Wow.
Pretty interesting.
Well,
They're
that-
also making a Matrix 4 with
pretty-
Keanu Reeves.
Honestly, when they
Oh,
did
really?
that, when they made such a dope movie, I really don't care who made it.
But when it relates to QAnon,
I don't care if the trans are.
Oh, it relates to the thing that I don't know anything about.
if you've ever heard of getting red pilled or anything like that,
I actually don't
it's
know what that
basically
is.
Can you
Explain
explain?
that.
Yeah, can you please explain
getting
that?
red pilled is like somebody giving you the pill to take you down like a conspiracy rabbit hole to where everything is just like
Makes
completely
sense.
different to like regular reality at this
Oh.
point.
Yeah.
So
So
Yeah.
the opposite
and
of
these
what it is.
days, like red pilling existed before QAnon because like red pilling is like it's like 4chan shit where they try to get you to like understand how to be a Nazi basically.
Yeah, the only red
Wait.
pilling I know is ecstasy.
Where
so-
do you get these
It's like
red pills?
it's like a bunch
Yeah,
of like
can we
4chan.
Will they get me fucked up?
If you've ever browsed 4chan and
Will I
just
get
look
high from
at
it?
just like
Dude,
what they
I
have
wanna
to
get high
say
as
about like a
giraffe
race or whatever, and it's
Giraffe
like, oh
pussy's pretty
yeah,
high.
it's all just like the shadow conspiracy out to circumvent regular people.
Look, Cody, take us to the red pill so we can take them
Okay,
all.
so QAnon.
Take
We wanna
overdose.
get those red
I want a
pills.
red pill so hard that I'm rolling off.
All right,
fucking
let's
my
get a red
arm.
pill right now. Let's go. QAnon.
I'm about to
Let
red
me call
pill
my
it.
guy real quick. I'll be right back. Hold on. No, keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so
Wow.
so QAnon was started in October of 2017, and it was an anonymous poster on the website 4chan going by the name Q.
Oh,
And
4chan.
the reason why he called it Q was because Q refers to a clearance in the upper government where if you have Q clearance, then it means like like the real shit going on. You have like the upper echelons of the intelligence community, which that does exist, but you should never like trust somebody who's just posting on a fucking
So, yeah.
internet
So-
web forum to
Right,
have
right.
this kind of experience.
This beginning story is very crazy because it's just some random motherfucker on a forum
Random.
being like, "Hey guys, believe everything I say. This is all gonna happen."
And it shows you like at any point you could just go on the internet and be like, well, I'm B, and like
Right,
I'm the letter B, and now
then-
you have to believe this shit.
and then people will be like, "This guy's so right."
Yeah,
Internet
but-
culture.
but because
People
there-
love the letter B.
But because there's so many
the letter
people
Q,
out
too.
there, like it's like this is how cults work. Cults work on the premise that there's enough people in the world where if you just spout this shit, like eventually you'll get
You'll
some
catch a
followers.
cult.
Right,
Like,
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
you
cult's
said
cult.
The
cult.
question was going to be,
Yeah,
do you
cult.
feel like this person kind of upheld themselves as a messiah figure within the community?
Exactly. I don't even know if that's exactly what they were going for in the beginning, but they were just testing. They were testing the waters, and it caught on because fortunate people are fucking dumb. But like,
But okay, so back to this. So
So what are they doing?
So essentially,
But-
yeah.
alright.
So this one guy started this whole thing, and people started believing him, and he gained a following through the internet from claiming
And
that he
maybe-
had inside government information.
yeah, it's
Which is
like, oh,
nonsense.
I'm up here in the government knowing what's really going on, and maybe I'm gonna give you like just a real rough breakdown
about
of
to
like
get- it's about to
what
get hard right
QAnon
here.
means to people. Basically, you remember how like there used to be like the Mueller report with Robert Mueller and shit.
Right.
So like Robert
Yeah.
Mueller was investigating Donald Trump about like his ties to Russia or whatever. But like
I love Russia.
QAnon people believe that Robert Mueller was secretly working with Donald Trump.
No.
Together. Like, they're both together.
It's impossible. That's impossible.
It's impossible.
There's no way that would actually ever happen.
They believe that Robert Mueller was working with Donald Trump to expose Clinton, Obama, and Soros.
Cody, you should
and it's
also...
a pedophile ring. Has a lot to do with Pizzagate.
Cody,
Pizzagate conspiracy.
Pizzagate. You should also go ahead and explain this too. Yeah, dude. Give me... I'm gonna kill everyone in this pizza store right now. Yeah, I know you guys are hiding people here.
Somebody literally took a fucking rifle to a pizza store.
But what you should also explain about QAnon is one of my most fascinating things I think about them.
Took him out of the basement before he came.
Is of course, no shit.
Just kidding, they didn't even have a basement.
No, they did. No, they didn't. But one of the most craziest things is like they connect conspiracies as far back as like the beginning of fucking time, dude.
Yeah,
like,
2011.
So it becomes it's like ultimate conspiracy.
800 BC, you know, like
800.
You know, I mean, think
fucking Moloch. That
might be quite. That might be a hyperbole.
Dimitri?
But like they take it that far. Like they take everything.
They take it way back. You know, it has a lot to do with like Jews, George Soros.
Yeah, like you know, Michelle Obama has a penis, right? Like,
yeah.
Up, dude.
Michelle Obama has a penis.
I'll slap the shit out of somebody that.
Dude, this is digging deep.
That Michelle Obama
because
has a penis,
it is bonkers. Like, you know, we were talking about how before we started doing this, we were talking about let's not like get too political, but QAnon isn't even really like.
That's the thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and say that
like
right now.
QAnon is just derangement.
This is not.
It's a cult.
This is like they have a political aspect to what they believe and what they do, but overall it's nonsense. It's
to
like
me,
it's deranged.
It sounds like meme politics.
It's essentially what it is.
It was literally more unfortunate.
Exactly what it is.
I think
of
course I would
all right,
know that.
so their conception of
Meme
like
politics.
the political world today, their reality is that Robert Mueller was working with Trump to expose Obama, Clinton, and George Soros
as lizard people. As lizard people, they're lizards.
Hold on, no, they actually, you know,
look at their eyes. They blink 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and then they all came together and made the Matrix 4.
QAnon actually, interestingly enough, QAnon never delves into like the lizard aspect of things.
Well,
but,
yes, they do. That's bullshit.
I mean, I'm sure there are a couple people that do it, but the overall Q movement, they
believe
really
the
don't
lizard people
go too heavy on that because they try to rationalize shit. They try to rationalize shit, and that's like they know that lizard people are too far out of the purview, and so
no, it's not.
They try to find stuff.
QAnon believes in lizard people, and if you're QAnon, I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. If you're QAnon and you live in Augusta, I'm coming for your ass. That's not a threat.
Don't say that.
But that means
take it off YouTube.
That means show yourself, coward.
They just
I want to meet you.
That you can't say threats like
it's not a threat. I want to meet them and talk to them.
Okay, let me just break down the basic premise.
I
want to talk to them.
Trend.
I want to talk to them.
Whatever the fuck.
But the overall point of QAnon is the idea that all these people, the deep state, for lack of a better term, are going to end up getting mass arrested by Q supporters,
Q police,
the Q police, and take them to Guantanamo Bay and literally fucking execute them.
Am I speaking shit into reality right now?
So
yes,
the Q police is real.
Yes.
So like Q people believe that Obama, Clinton, and Soros, and Robert De Niro, Bill Maher, all these like media
on Netflix,
all these media celebs are going to get executed at Guantanamo Bay.
Exactly. Essentially, what he's saying here, for those who are getting lost right now, because I'm pretty fucking lost right now. Basically, what he's saying is like they have this whole conspiracy that like all these big time politicians will all be executed and murdered to be held for the crimes they've committed.
Also known as the Storm. It's called the Storm. Have you ever heard people? When you hear people say the storm is coming, like the storm is coming, the storm, and their idea is like the roundup, like the massive like police state roundup of like liberals or whatever.
And the storm is like
take them to Guantanamo Bay and execute them. That's the storm.
Like I said, I don't want to get political about it.
Why waste time taking them there?
But like they think Donald Trump is like the savior. Right?
Yes,
he's the best.
They believe that Donald Trump came into because
that's what they
grab him by the pussy.
You know, Donald Trump, he promoted the idea that he was going to drain the swamp or whatever.
You remember when he fucked Stormy Daniels?
Yeah, dude. Have you seen his Twitter?
Bitch, dude. Like, how did Donald Trump's ugly ass get that fine ass?
Because he's a fucking reality television star.
Well, no fucking shit.
How did a comedian become president?
Yeah, it means that we can become president one day, right?
Seriously, bro.
Like that means that we can become
president. I
president.
think it's
kind of epic. Like because he is such a he knows the back, he knows the ins. Donald Trump, like Like I used to say that he's an
business
idiot,
his
but
way into the-
Donald Trump
I
is
love
an
this
idiot.
show.
He's just like
Absolutely
he's like a
great.
really good grifter. Like Donald Trump knows how to manipulate the
I'll give
system
him props on that.
in order for like people.
I'll give you that. He is a good grifter. He's good at that. He's
a
good at
grifter.
riffing on people because like it just causes controversy to the point where everyone just starts talking.
Nobody
about
will oppose him in the.
when he becomes the Baron.
No one's gonna fight him at his level.
And also,
You know what
you
I
have to
mean?
think about
Yeah, because you
Donald.
can't. You can't.
One day, Donald Trump. Like I don't want to get like too into it, but
Got it.
What the fuck is in my hair?
Nothing.
like Donald Trump has to win this election, or else he might actually just like get tried in like an actual
cares?
investigation.
Who
Like
cares?
Hey, we're not getting
because
into that.
they
We're not
call
getting
him
into that.
individual
Yeah,
one
don't vote at all.
in the court system.
No, go
they call
vote,
him individual
but,
one.
don't follow your
Please,
heart.
for the love of God, vote.
Vote and follow your heart.
Stay
and
at home. Don't vote.
fight. Fuck Bloomberg.
Listen, this
Fuck
is your
Bloomberg.
this is your
I'm a
co-host
Bernie Sanders.
minority.
This is obviously a Bernie Sanders.
We're not getting
podcast.
political. We're just talking about
but-
QAnon.
Listen, don't vote. Don't vote. Stop voting. Stop. Don't
Hey,
vote.
you guys
Okay.
remember P. Diddy's campaign, Vote or Die?
Yeah. How
You guys
about
remember
this?
that?
How about
Vote or
Matt
die,
Harris
motherfucker! Vote or die!
Don't vote or die.
Vote or die,
I remember,
motherfucker!
yeah, I remember that.
Don't vote or die.
Vote or die, motherfucker! Come on, that was lit.
That was lit, dude.
That was lit.
It was lit.
Vote or die,
And then
man.
it had like
I don't wanna- well, I don't wanna die.
hope posters. The hope
Yeah,
posters.
yeah. I don't want to die. I guess I gotta go vote, dude.
But okay, so the FBI has
Have you ever voted?
considered QAnon people to be domestic terrorists. Like
yeah, but I don't
they're
consider them
thinking
terrorists. I kind of see them more.
They
as
have
just
killed people, and let's go ahead and get into it.
Like, yeah.
Somebody, there was this guy named Anthony Camello, who's a QAnon follower, who literally murdered a New York fucking mafia crime boss of the Gambino crime family. Killed him.
Did he?
This is a guy who has.
Did he have a bowl cut? Did he look like a school shooter? Probably.
Dude, I'll tell you a story.
probably does.
I'll tell you a
But-
story about the mafia.
Probably. Oh,
Good.
great. Well,
Oh, they buried a
what's
guy.
that?
They buried a guy underneath
Jimmy
the
Hoffa?
stadium.
Jimmy
Yep.
Hoffa?
Yes.
The Irishman. Watch it.
Oh
I
wow!
haven't
Spoiler
okay,
alert!
all right, okay.
Motherfuckers! I haven't seen Irishman.
All
The
right,
whole
the
entire
second shout out to the
Irishman
Irishman
is
in
completely
my
about.
podcast.
Too many Irishman.
The Irishman
shout-outs.
is about Jimmy Hoffa.
Look, I
and
heard about
unions.
that before I even watched
But
the Irishman.
Jimmy Hoffa was a cool ass dude.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie.
I
in
don't
my
even know
opinion.
shit about the
Okay,
Irish
I
mafia.
didn't know shit about him except that he was
He was a
dead
union leader.
underneath a stadium.
Yes, that's what everybody knew.
That's the only thing I knew about
That's
him.
what everybody knew about it.
He's
But
dead, yeah.
Jimmy Hoffa was like a union like organizer way back in the day. He's the guy that like truck drivers that drive all across the country, instead of them getting ripped off by the people that they work for,
Right.
Jimmy Hoffa organized them all so that they can negotiate wages and shit.
I
Like that.
love
okay,
truck drivers, by the
okay.
way. Truck drivers
That's
are
Jimmy
great.
Hoffa, and then he got
I
taken out
love all the
probably by
truck
corporate
drivers.
America.
They're great people.
Vote
That was
for,
my Donald
vote
Trump.
for Donald Trump.
That was my Donald Trump.
That's what Jaquan's saying is vote for him.
But,
I
like,
love
you
the
know,
truck drivers. Great people.
Like QAnon is
Muslim
so
or Mexican.
Jaquan loves Donald
Great
Trump.
people. I love the Hispanics.
He loves the wall.
Actually, I'm gonna stop building the wall now because I'm not racist anymore.
I built a wall in my
Hey,
backyard as a
change my
symbolic
mind.
notion
We're gonna tear it
to
down.
Donald Trump's wall.
Fox News, fake news. All right. Anyways, let's
But
go.
okay, so like if there were like QAnon people started showing up at like Trump rallies, and like the Secret Service would like get them to leave.
And they got obsessed.
Like so,
they got obsessed.
even if you want to say this is like a political thing, it's really not, just because like even Trump's
It's
like
more
people,
cultish, if
yeah, it's
anything.
more cult.
Don't
like,
like him.
Yeah, they don't. They're like you. Look,
They're like not on the
They
side.
don't want
They're just trying to meme.
the Secret
everybody.
Service
Yeah,
doesn't want
uh-huh.
Q people to be at the rallies because it's too fringe.
Is that what it is for real? Like they're just like living
Bro.
memes trying to.
They
fucking-
literally are, cause guess what? The other cool thing about QAnon is the fact that like
thing.
cool in quotes,
right.
motherfuckers.
Whatever, dude.
The other fascinating thing about QAnon is that a lot of these people are older people who are just like on the edge of like the internet culture.
Yeah.
Of, like,
You mean
the
boomers?
opposite
Once
spectrum
like
of
mobile
internet
phones,
culture.
once like mobile phones become the way that you
Yeah,
connect to the
like-
internet, and not everybody
No,
has it in
I'm
their
talking
hands.
about like people like in their 40s and 50s and shit.
Oh, you
These-
boomers?
That's like the boomers are maybe even
The
under
boomers-
boomers.
okay, the
are
boom-
like the QAnon.
It's
people.
not
It's not young people. There are a few young
Yeah,
people.
no, there
but it's
are definitely
majority
young people.
older people.
There are definitely
who
young
are
people.
pushing this movement.
Boomers like rule the system. Boomers rule the cult, but young people,
They'll die.
like our boy, we won't say any names here, but we have a
Hey, he owes me money, don't he?
He knows who the fuck the hell he is.
Hey, you owe my boy
What?
money.
He owes me like
Yeah,
$1,000.
I made a bet that none of this QAnon shit comes true, then you owe me money.
And you talk to this person.
We won't say the name, but he's always like, oh, well, wait for this report to come out.
And then what happens every time?
And look,
it's all
the IG report came out, and it was like, okay, yeah, there were some discrepancies whenever it comes to filing. But when it comes to like government filing, that shit happens all the fucking time.
Yeah.
If we want to like talk about reforming the way that people do FISA reports, we can talk about that, and that shit needs to get done. But when it comes to just like, it doesn't exonerate like the fact that like Carter Page and all these people who got arrested, Paul Manafort, like they all got arrested because they were fucking backhand dealing like in fucking with Russia. Because
shout out Russia.
It's in Russia's best interest to have people like Donald Trump in office because it makes like our State of the Union.
Well, he helped him win the They helped him win the election. But anyways,
I love that guy, dude. He's great.
Dude, Donald Trump, dude, come suck my cock.
Yep.
For fun.
All right, whatever you say, buddy.
Anyways,
I mean,
hey, remember when he got peed on? Anyways,
if you really want to know like how crazy,
Let's talk about that.
How just like insane QAnon gets, I would say listen to the QAnon Anonymous podcast. Let's go ahead and
we're gonna give a shout out to another
listen
podcast.
to QAnon Anonymous podcast. Friends of the Pod, and also TrueAnon is also another great podcast. If you want to know more about like Jeffrey Epstein kind of shit.
Yeah, because he didn't kill himself. I think we made that joke on this podcast at least 3 times.
This is something that people
Jeffrey. You said he didn't kill himself.
People are trying on both sides are trying to like weaponize Jeffrey Epstein against each other. Yeah. Like, oh well, Jeffrey Epstein hung out with these people, but look. If you're talking about the real progressive left does not give a shit about Hillary Clinton or Obama for that matter.
Other people into doing it, I guess.
Yeah, like that Prince guy, like
or Epstein, the president,
Epstein, or
the last
the
4
Clintons.
presidents.
I don't give a fuck anyone.
Nobody cares about any of that shit. They're all fucking billionaire fucking assholes.
You're not gonna figure it out.
But kids got inappropriately
Wait, what'd you say? What are you gonna say?
Oh, Mickey, what's up?
I was gonna say, speaking of suicide. After Cody's done, if we could double back to the K-pop, I was a little shy.
Yeah.
There's some shit
We'd love to talk about K-pop.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Matt Hardy's favorite
so
genre.
I'll try to wrap this up.
You'd love K-pop, especially the North kind.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll try to wrap this up. But obviously QAnon is a pretty fucking deranged like belief to have because it's just like they take things like Donald Trump will make a tweet and he'll have like a misspelling in it. And then QAnon people will like look at the misspelling. Anytime Donald Trump like makes a misspelling on Twitter, which he tweets constantly.
Yeah.
So like if he makes a misspelling, Donald Trump is probably on amphetamines. That's also like a side.
Hey, try to be the president and not be on amphetamines.
All right, let's ask George Washington that question.
Good point.
Just go back and ask him that.
Let me just say it.
He was on fucking
shit.
If Donald Trump makes a misspelling,
he was high as
probably smoking a little bit of dope.
He was fucked up, bro.
Being the president's stressful,
he was drinking like
Let me go check on my slaves.
Fish. He was thirsty.
Let me go fuck my slave.
Yeah, he was.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's what they did. The fuck? That's what they fucking did.
Absolutely what they did.
I'm not sugarcoating shit.
Was it fucking or was it raping?
I mean, it's definitely rape.
Let's get real.
Yes.
Well, it's definitely rape.
But okay, so if Donald Trump makes like a misspelling on Twitter, like QAnon people will like look at the misspelling and they'll take every letter of it and try to like fit it into their weird conspiratorial worldview. And like a good example of this is what's called the Red Shoe Club.
Wow, so we got the red pill, we got the red shoe. What the fuck is going on?
The Red Shoe Club,
dude, I love
according to QAnon, is a group of the cabal. They call all these rich people who they think that are going to get executed in Guantanamo Bay. They call them the cabal.
So stupid.
And apparently some of them wear red shoes. They wear red shoes made of human skin.
That's really loud.
Hey, Pixar didn't happen. All right, I need to see some pics.
They also believe that Hurricane Dorian that happened last year was created, or I think maybe this year.
It was
created.
I don't remember
created
the ones
by.
That suffered.
They think some of them, not all of them. Okay, so like QAnon can fragment, but like some of them believe that
turned on you.
That Hurricane Dorian. Some believe that Hurricane Dorian was created by Donald Trump. Like they used HARP to fucking create this fucking hurricane to fucking take out the Bahamas because the Bahamas are where Jeffrey Epstein types live.
So weather weapon.
I mean,
Yeah, it's a weather weapon, HARP.
Well, that goes
Kill
like.
pedophiles.
Well, that goes into
Yes,
like
to kill
whether.
pedophiles.
Kidding
That
me?
goes into. No, that's the thing. This shit. See,
They
I'm
believe
surprised-
this shit, dude. It's not a joke.
For people who don't know, Matt Hardy has no idea about any of this shit that we're explaining
I'm
to
a
him right
fucking idiot right
now.
now.
No, I mean, yeah, you are an idiot. But that doesn't matter. The point is, this shit is fucking crazy. Like the shit that he's saying right now.
This isn't just
If
one
you
person
believe-
talking about
if
this.
you believe
This
in
is
the
like
government-
hundreds of people
I mean,
being like,
but-
"Oh, Donald Trump created a hurricane."
But wait a minute. The government
Hundreds,
does.
not so much.
The government does.
Thousands.
The government does do weather manipulation, though, right?
They
science.
research it
There's
if
science.
they're actually able to manipulate
They
it.
make
but
it
if
rain
you
in
think-
Saudi.
So people like Jeffrey Epstein do exist, where people make so much money they never have to pay fucking taxes and shit like that, and they abuse the system. And basically, these are people. They're sociopaths a lot of the time, and they're people who want to be able to control people, especially young minors,
Right,
stuff
right,
like that.
yeah.
Like that is a very real thing, and that's why I wouldn't say that the Clintons are like involved in this kind of thing, but like the real left doesn't care about the Clintons. Like this is pretty much why Clinton
and
lost
I
in
agree.
2016.
I agree in
it's
that.
because there's no support behind Clinton when it comes to like the real left.
Yeah, no one.
Like most
no one
people
wants her to
support,
run
like,
again.
Bernie Sanders
Those news articles saying that
and
people want
Elizabeth
Hillary
Warren.
Clinton to run again, like I don't think that's gonna happen.
No
way.
no,
No fucking way.
she's just a fucking front for like the establishment
Dude,
class. You know?
I was thinking about it the other day. Like, do you ever think about how cool it would be like fuck a politician? Chick, like you ever think about that sometimes?
Well, what?
Sometimes
Who
I'm
was
like,
that
dude,
politician that
Hillary
that
Clinton
just
can
resigned?
Can get the
There was
dude.
Sarah.
You know what
There was
I'm
like a
saying?
politician that just resigned because she was like banging like a staffer, and it was like why?
Oh yeah, and she got shamed for it.
Yeah, this is why you're not supposed
Which
to
is
like bang
ridiculous.
people in politics, is
Which is
because
very
like
ridiculous.
they're
Well-
like people that work for you, and everything is so like on the line.
Wait, so you're telling me I have a fetish right now? Is that what you're telling me? Where I want to fuck a politician?
It sounds like you have a
chick?
fucking fetish. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's
You remember Lisa Ann and Nailing Palin? No one.
is this some Sarah Palin shit?
Matt Hardy, ready the
Is this
fuck
Sarah
you at
Palin?
when I meet
Wait, is
you?
it Sarah Palin?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Lisa. Shout out Lisa Ann. She dressed up as Sarah Palin in the porno. What's called Nailing Palin.
And you watched it.
I did watch it.
You watched it,
I
okay.
came
Did you
very,
like it?
I came
Oh,
very
no.
hard to it because I was like, dude, this Alaska.
Okay, so
this Alaska
just for
bitch
the
is
record,
really
just
hot.
for the record on the pod,
This Alaska.
you came
bitch.
to Sarah Palin porn.
It was Lisa Ann though, so it's not as weird because it's Lisa Ann, and you know
And
she's
Lisa
a
Ann is
classic.
cool.
Yeah, she's cool. I've
I've never
heard.
heard of her, but I remember my first
Whoa.
porn, which is The Hills Have Thighs.
Whoa! I like that title, dude. I like that.
I also
Yeah.
watched The Devil Wears Nada.
Oh, wow! We got some
Softcore porn.
zingers.
This is why like good like award winning like
Got some fucking
like
zingers.
we need like establishments like the Oscars that award porn for like good storytelling.
Yeah, but
The
that's
story was
impossible.
not great. It was
Dude,
very incoherent.
porn acting is like one of the worst things ever, though.
Right,
It's so
but,
horrible.
But if we could just award people on the premise that it was good that one time,
that one
No, I
time.
really hope my mom doesn't watch this because I don't want her to know that I watch porn.
No, it's okay.
See you
Guess
later.
what, Mickey?
See you later.
I actually
She's
added
definitely
your
gonna
mom on
watch
Facebook, and guess what? I'm sending her this. She actually loves
we
the
we have all been
show. Your
exposed.
mom loves the show. Shout out
we've all been
Mickey's mom.
exposed. Shout out Trick Mirror, which is a book you should read.
Shout out
Read Trick Mirror.
Trendamere
By Tia and
from
Jolentino.
League
Read
of
Trick Mirror.
Legends.
Oh man, we're getting.
What are you guys talking about?
Dude, we're talking about Nailing Palin.
Nailing Palin.
Yeah, you seen that one?
Sarah Palin?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
Lisa
dude, she's
Ann,
hot.
and Lisa Ann was dressed as Sarah
I
Palin.
would expect this of Matt Hardy. I don't expect this of you.
No, dude, well, hey man.
No, I'd love to move
Well,
to Alaska and nail Sarah Palin.
Yeah, and I was telling them how I have a
I
fucking
just like
politician.
I just like to
fetish.
fuck.
Yeah, but okay, imagine that. But imagine if it was a politician.
Oh, then
Yeah.
I'd influence policy.
Right, yeah.
You-
See,
you-
this is where
you dig her
it
down
becomes
and
like,
then,
okay, now,
dig her
now,
down
now
and
you're
say,
feeling like domestic
Raises for
policy.
everybody. Raises for everybody.
Hey, you know those
Is
black,
this doing anything for
those
Medicare
black
for all?
guys? They're great.
Yeah, there's black guys over there.
Stop talking shit about them.
There's black guys over there. Big cocks.
Yeah, tell them to
Love it.
join our cause.
So I'm gonna round out the QAnon discussion and then we'll end it.
Matt Hardy's too confused to even understand what it is.
Listen,
that
I
Clark said.
still don't know what the fuck it is.
Honestly, the best way to understand QAnon is to just like
You don't.
I would say follow the QAnon Anonymous podcast and True Anon. Shout out Brace Belden.
Shout out
and
to those
Liz.
people.
They're amazing. But
tell you
if
what.
I could become friends with them, I'd be greatly.
Okay. Stop kissing ass.
But like they will explain this shit to you in like a way that's
ass
real.
kiss.
Like because this is all like Twitter. Like Twitter has become this fucking engine.
You guys have Twitter?
for these people.
Yeah, you haven't.
Like
wait, you don't have Twitter
QAnon
yet?
is all Twitter shit.
Secretly.
Like
Hold on, Matt Hardy. You don't have a Twitter yet?
Yeah, on secret.
Dude, we gotta get you a Twitter, dog.
I got one on the low, bro.
You don't follow me.
Dude,
you
my
don't,
name
you don't follow your
my
boy.
name is Matt Hardy 0051
On Twitter?
347. Yeah.
Whoa, change your fucking name first of all. You gotta update that name, dude.
Sorry,
That's,
bro. That's what they gave me.
oh shit, dude. You don't
0012
stick with the default name.
3567.
You don't stick with the default.
the only reason to follow me on Twitter is like to go through my followers and like
You want to see his fat dick?
or my follows and listen.
Follow him on
I
Twitter.
always
Cody
post,
actually has a porn
I
Twitter.
post a lot of my butthole on Twitter.
Follow them if you want to see a dick or
Yeah.
a butthole.
If you want to
can
see,
post nudity on
if
Twitter,
you want to see
right?
some butthole, follow
can
Matt
absolutely
Hardy
post nudity.
00153567.
You can post, fuck Tumblr. You can't post porn on Tumblr anymore. So
Fuck
that.
Tumblr, dude. Fuck Tumblr.
You can post like horny gifs.
Hey,
You should be able
now
to
that you say
fucking hang it
Tumblr.
all out as long as you want to. On
Now that you say Tumblr, I'd like to say me and my friend Quan,
You better
the
not say it.
Destructor.
Oh
over
yeah,
here.
you did say it. Okay, cool.
We have a bit of a music.
Plugging a song. You're plugging our Tumblr chick song right now.
I want everyone to listen to this fucking
It's a good song. It's a
It is
classic.
a great
It's
song.
a classic song.
Everybody knows the fucking
How
Tumblr
can
shit
they-
song.
and how
It's
can
that
they
every
find
year.
it?
If you've never heard the song Tumblr Chick, you can find it on SoundCloud at Quan Destructor. I'm sorry to plug right now, but it's a good song.
Maybe
And I
we'll
already
do a
brought it
little.
up.
Maybe we'll do a little clip.
We might play it right here, right now. This episode's gonna be a bitch to edit, honestly.
Bitch, but and you're never gonna edit it, but
It's
it's
gonna
fine.
be a cunt to edit, as they
Whatever.
say in the UK.
As they say.
The UK, they love the word cunt.
Well, we
in
don't.
UK.
All you have to do is just throw it
Cunt?
in. Throw
You
it,
don't like it.
throw it
Cunt
in this bit
Well, I
right
don't
here
like-
where we
I
have
don't
talked
like
about
it,
nothing
Javon.
real.
What the cunt did
you can
you
throw the
say?
song in.
Look,
there.
I gotta stop
I'll
saying
talk
that.
about fake stuff all day. You want to talk about some ghosts?
Yeah. No.
Jesus.
Oh, hold on. Let Cody wrap up his points.
I'm gonna wrap it up. Okay,
just
so
kidding, I'm a Christian.
I'm almost done.
I believe in
All right,
God.
so I'm at the bottom of my page here. At least somebody brings show notes to the fucking pod, right?
Right.
All right. So basically, QAnon, as fringe as it is, it starts making its way into like the mainstream, which is like Fox News for these people. And so
Fox News.
at
I
Fox
thought you were
News.
gonna sum it up, not
So basically, you have
goddamn.
so you
30
start
minutes.
you start having this shit where it's like some dude on Fox News is like, oh, like I have like a friend who was like into QAnon, and I'm just asking questions about it. I'm
Really?
just
They
asking
say
questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
so they'll
They
bring
say
it.
QAnon on the news.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, it's so
Yes.
popping. Like that's why
It
I'm
gets-
like, you've
it-
never heard of
it's
this, dude.
slowly-
It's
I don't
so
watch the
popping.
news.
Okay, so they'll be like, oh,
I don't wanna take in that
QAnon is about
information.
like fucking killing like all these people at Guantanamo Bay, and then they'll be like, oh, but isn't it also about like sort of this deep state kind of shit or whatever? And like
That sounds so
the deep state
negative.
kind of stuff does exist to a certain degree, but
Right.
like whenever like you fucking this is called red. This is like the idea of red.
Did you say
pilling.
rape again almost?
Red
Dude, you gotta
pill.
stop doing
That-
that.
Red,
rape
this is
pill.
the idea of red pilling. So like, so
And red shoeing.
this is how people get red pilled. They'll go on
Red
Fox
shoe.
News and be like, oh yeah, all that
guarantee they're
all
not
that crazy shit you just said. All that crazy shit you just said about like people getting executed at Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
Isn't it just like but also isn't part of it like the deep state against Donald Trump and like the impeachment hearings
We
or
don't
whatever.
know, dude.
And so it's like a way for people to be like, okay,
We
what
don't
like
know.
half of this is real, but like also what is this other thing
Half
that
of it?
is?
How do you
and
know?
so
What do we
and so
get
those
these-
people will end up going on Twitter and learning more and more about QAnon in their own fucking demented world.
Look, this
and like
right.
and then they get sucked in and then they're lost.
Lost.
I'm gonna go do a little spoiler here. Shout out Cody for his QAnon report.
Yay, Cody.
I want to
Yeah,
give
dude.
hella props on that. He did
I love it.
actually
He did
that
research
shit.
and he
researched
actually
that.
wrote shit down. He's smart.
Just to
And he's
explain
got a-
this
he's-
to
he's the definition of big
you know,
brain.
I know a lot of QAnon retards, but
Oh.
yeah.
And I don't and don't worry about that and hush your mouth and I don't know anything about QAnon and I
know,
still don't. So that was great.
Like I just
that was a
that's
great 20 minutes of
That's the thing about QAnon. I just don't like.
it just
them.
doesn't make
I
any
don't like
absolute
them.
sense.
I feel like
doesn't.
they're super racist. It's mainly a
it's
bunch
like-
of white people who
it's
just.
all-
Quan,
Yes.
okay, all right.
I'm sure
Yeah.
there's like
Can
I'm
I
sure.
add
Let's
my-
not do Black Erasure. I'm sure
Add
there's
whatever.
probably-
Add whatever the
Can
fuck.
I
you
add
wanna
my
say.
unsolicited opinion about
Yes,
K-pop?
please do.
Okay, because
Oh, wait,
Oh yeah, let's
We're
go
back.
to
She
K-pop.
wants to say a
We
little
got
bit
Mickey in
something.
the building, ladies.
She
and
wants to
gentlemen.
Hi,
add a
Mickey.
little bit of fucking real K-pop.
Nuance.
opinion.
What's the word I'm looking
I
for?
don't know.
Nuance.
What are you going
Opinion.
for
Nuance.
here? I'm not
I don't
sure.
have
Alright.
any nuance.
Say
yeah.
5 more words.
But,
and then yes.
Lay it
My
on us,
sister
Mickey.
is a K-pop fan,
Wow.
but I
Here we
don't
go.
actually listen to K-pop.
Yeah.
But
You have, haven't you?
through my sister,
There you
a
go.
little.
There is the
But
truth.
This lines up because like
Let's get a little
everybody,
closer.
everybody that
Alright.
I'm gonna let you finish it, but like everybody that is like knows about Q-pop, it's like oh my god, my brain
Wow,
just
dude,
melted.
Q-pop.
Hang on, I think we just created something new, dude.
Whoa. Let's pitch it to the QAnon.
We might be able to make a little bit of money off of
Fuck's
this
sake.
Q-pop
Alright.
you said.
Okay,
Let's
so
rap about
everybody
fucking Donald
that
Trump
like
making
our
Q-pop.
age, everybody our age that talks about K-pop is because like they have like a sister or like a relative.
I
or
think
something.
everyone-
Yeah, wait, no, let's get back
I
to
think
Mickey's
they're
point.
all
What
younger
were
than
you
us.
saying, Mickey? What were you
I
saying?
was just saying that earlier you asked why K-pop is so popular, right? And
Yeah,
I
we
think that
need
it
to know.
has a little bit to do with like the American obsession and fetishization of East
Japanese
Asian
people.
perceived perfectionism.
Right.
But I mean, do
Oh,
you,
you're
what,
right. Like, oh, I see what you mean. That actually makes
Do you,
a lot of
do you
sense.
think it's a
Korean boys.
fetishization? Though?
But I mean,
A
that's
little
part of
bit.
that culture
like
too.
what about it might be a fetishization? I guess.
Well, oftentimes when you hear people who are kind of obsessed with East Asian culture,
Right,
they
exactly.
talk about.
Well, let me say
Exactly
something
what I
about
just
that.
said, exactly.
I will say, just by the fucking podcast, this is the MH set. This is my house that I live in. with people. And you can obviously tell, the first thing you see when you watch the video, there's an Akira picture in the background.
Yeah, and we
There's a Goblin
movie
Slayer
sucks.
poster also. Above that, there's
I don't watch anime. I
there's
don't watch
whatever
anime.
the-
yeah, that pisses me off.
Also, I'm a big fan of. I would rather live in Japan than to even talk to you guys ever again.
All right, culture vulture.
Wow.
All right, we got a
But
culture
I'll tell you
vulture,
one thing.
guys. We got a white culture vulture.
But
over
I
here.
mean, K-pop and J, it's like it's different
Hear
though
that,
because
guys?
I mean,
look,
Different.
J-pop is better
But when
in a
you-
discussion. All right.
When you think
Jay,
about
everything's
Korean
better.
artists and
Jacking
it
off.
has a lot to do with Korean
Japan.
beauty, Korean fashion. Like people really are obsessed with the way that Korean people
yeah, like
present.
Yeah,
right,
but
like,
shit,
like
I mean,
Kim
I don't know.
Kardashian.
It's
You
just
know,
like
the thing that Kim Kardashian did,
What you do?
the kimono thing. She has a kimono brand
That's
coming out,
that's Japanese. That's not
That's Japanese.
Korean.
and it's called Kim.
I mean,
Kimonos.
to people who are
You know what I'm
obsessed with it,
saying? That's her
honestly,
thing,
there's no
and that's
difference,
based
but-
off
That's
culture
Japanese
vulturing
culture,
things.
bro.
Yeah, but that's like, I see where Mickey's coming from in
Well,
that sense of
I
like,
would say like white people,
People
like Kim
fetishize-
Kardashian always
fetishize
cultural.
No,
cultural.
listen.
Culture,
They,
culture.
they
I
don't
mean-
they fetishize our Western culture also? The Korean people.
to a
Hey,
certain
well, listen
extent,
to
we
this.
do it more.
Look,
They eat
maybe
KFC
I
I
for
mean, maybe,
Christmas.
maybe it's not a debate.
Hey,
that
let me
really
talk for a second.
I think we should be communal and everybody should just.
But
be
yeah,
able to
but
feel it.
here's what I saw on media. One time I was watching a show, and there was Korean guys that were obsessed
Bukkake porn.
with
Nice.
Western
Fuck yeah.
Western American culture, and so they wear cowboy hats. They had the boots with the ching chings on their
The what?
ankles.
Racist.
Yeah, okay,
Shut the
but
fuck up.
like you have
What'd
to,
say?
I think
The
what's
ching
important to
chings?
understand.
I think he means the little metal
Oh, okay.
part
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm
Like
sorry.
this is very niche
I'm
though.
sorry.
This is niche. Like just because you see something on the internet doesn't make it like fucking true.
Not on the
And I think
internet.
boomers
it was,
forgot
it
that.
was
but
freaking. It was developed. It was put on Netflix or something. Like a
Right.
paywall was behind it, and they had cowboy hats, and they loved the Western culture. And what I'm saying is that's just like us, like me. Like I love the Japanese culture, and I would not
Culture.
try to dress like them.
I also like British culture. I also like Australian culture.
Hey,
It's like
I'm
you don't-
actually gonna get Matt Hardy a kimono for Christmas.
dude, that would be the best.
Oh, you wear that
My
shit?
point is
Hell
that
no,
you
sometimes
cannot wear a
that
kimono
sort
unless,
of-
unless it was
I'll
from
do it.
Why? 'Cause he's
that
not
sort of
Asian?
intense
unless it was a
fandom-
family.
can't
Unless
tell
it
me
was
what
a
to
family
do.
that gave you kimono. You
Oh, shut the
No,
fuck up.
you know
That
what?
sort of intense
I'll get you a kimono.
fandom.
Thanks, bro.
I'll get you a
I'll
fucking
wear it.
kimono,
I'll wear it.
bro.
I'll wear
Fuck
it.
that.
You don't have the rights.
What do you mean I
You don't have the
don't?
rights to get somebody a kimono.
Hey,
You don't have it,
if
dude.
you-
You can
if
give
you don't
somebody,
think I
I don't
can
know,
wear a
a
kimono,
Guyanese.
I'll
You
buy
give
a
somebody a
10K one,
Guyanese.
dude.
You
Fuck
give
it.
somebody a Guyanese fucking dress.
Oh yeah, for those who don't know, I am black and Guyanese. You
Guyanese,
know where Guyana
yes.
is? Look it up, you fucking
It's a
idiots.
fucking sick ass country with a sick
yeah,
ass
it's
waterfall.
the best, dude.
I had a great time there.
But that sort of intense fandom and that sort of like obsession is actually pretty harmful because a lot of Korean artists are actually killing themselves right now.
Oh yeah, there is a big issue.
I think I did
with
hear
that
about
currently, and I also,
why do you think they're doing
Why?
this is something I did not mention earlier. Actually,
potentially, I can't say why someone killed themselves.
Is it a capitalist pressure? Because capitalism in America kills a lot.
Yeah, but like. I think capitalists in Korea. I don't know how
I feel like
I don't know what kind of government they have.
It doubles back to that perfectionism thing where you have to uphold this image towards society, especially when you're in the public eye. You have these rabid fans.
Okay,
let's not just say as society. You, in this day and age, you extend out to the World Wide Web, and so your fan base is not only in your face at your Korean country.
Yes.
Your fan base reaches to let's say
this is why we like Snowpiercer and Parasite.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. You have these intense
US
fans
market.
On Twitter or whatever that
300
will literally
million people
like tweet a picture of Jimin and be like, "Look at my precious angel baby, perfect person."
That's what I say about myself most.
Well, okay, one thing that's been something I didn't mention earlier. I gotta get this off my chest. The thing about so you know how like all the K-pop fans are like making fun of Juice WRLD praising Juice WRLD's death or something like that. Like it's been a trending thing that's been going on currently.
I think we know about that.
Yeah, and
it's kind of fucked up.
It's a Twitter thing. It's a Twitter thing. A lot of these K-pop fans are being like, "LOL, dude, fucking K-pop's better. Juice WRLD deserved to die," kind of shit going on.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I looked into it a little bit, a tad bit, because it didn't interest me to learn more about.
He's a drug dealer,
but that's the one kind of thing that kind of pissed me off about the K-pop community was that.
Damn, they took that stance.
Yeah, they had this like hardcore Santa being like, "Oh, well, that's what happens when you."
Do you think it's derogatory to call them stans?
I don't know, man, because I was just about to talk about this. Because it's one of those things where it's like,
is that a slur, Stan?
Yeah.
You have to worry about this exactly goes with the same shit with QAnon.
We're gonna exactly, don't say it. We're gonna bleep it out. Don't say it. It's already enough editing. Fuck, don't say it.
It's the exactly,
word.
Look,
I said it. Ecstasy.
I got a slur for you guys. Boy, do you want to hear it?
We're saving that. We're gonna save that for the next podcast.
I know you want to hear it.
Okay, I just want to say, when it comes, I'm going to relate your topic and mine together. Like these communities, like they exist on the premise that like they have to believe this mode of thought, and so like they don't allow themselves to be able to pull back and have any nuance or whatever. It's just like, oh, this is the wave. This is the wave that we're all going with, and so you have like K-pop fans who are like, oh, well, this is the K-pop, this is the K-pop, this is the K-pop, and like they all think about what is K-pop, and QAnon is exactly the same. Like,
it's beautiful.
Because QAnon people are like, oh, this is QAnon, this is QAnon, this is what QAnon is.
So what a great! I love how you brought that back together. That was fucking beautiful.
It's all the fucking same. It's all the fucking same. I swear.
He's like K-pop, and then I see the fucking science meme going across his head. He's like, QAnon.
Wait a minute.
It's like Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's like, QAnon.
Fucking hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
It's the fucking same shit. Well, they're both cults.
Alright, guys, let's get Let's get our final thoughts here.
Here's my
we had no guest today. We had a guest planned. The guest didn't come. So let's get our final thoughts here. What did we learn?
If you want to know more about QAnon, listen to the QAnon Anonymous podcast and listen to TrueAnon and listen to TrueAnon. Those are the two. Listen to those. You'll have so much fun.
All right, and now it's my turn. I would like to say that we have. I'll tell you that after I say what I need to say. It was we have a lot of good podcasts on the way. I want to say that we're booked for the next month and a half.
We got a lot of stuff in the works. Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff in the works. And
this is only getting bigger.
It's only getting bigger and better. And
don't sleep.
We're working on it. We're figuring this thing out with you guys. I'm glad you're listening.
Absolutely.
And I'd also like to say that I have a slur for you.
Oh shit! Okay, all right, guys. I want to thank you guys for joining us once again. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
You can follow me at fucking Platform Zero on Instagram, and you can follow me at Cody Bowler on Twitter.
That is that boy Young Kushy. Mickey, Cody, or Mickey, Matt, you guys want to plug anything before we get the fuck out of here?
I am not on any social media and I don't want any followers.
Wow!
Okay,
A brave soul. This is why I love Mickey. But yeah, that's what I'm talking
Tell you what, I am on social media, and I don't give a fuck if you follow me or not. You can find me at, you can call me MH on Instagram, and that's all I'm gonna tell you.
Hell yeah, guys.
Worth it.
And you can follow me on Instagram at whoisjjones.
Yes, and Lucky Dragon's Foot.
Yes,
Plug that.
also, you can also follow the Instagram page for Lucky Dragon's Foot. It's the shit that's all the shit's going on. We also have a Facebook page. Just search that shit. We also have a YouTube channel. Duh, that's where this shit's at right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you guys for joining us once again. Damn, this is a long episode. We're pushing it, and I love it.
Pushing because we're making this shit good for Augusta.
Yeah, guess what? We're about to be the #1 podcast in Augusta soon, so.
Hey, no guest, no problem. That's what I was.
Hell yeah. Shout out to that guest.
And shout out to
In the pod.
No, shout out. Okay, yeah. Okay. Tune in, guys. Tune in next week. We're gonna talk about why. Fuck.
We're gonna be high as giraffe pussy.
We're gonna talk about why Lisa